Welcome back to the latest episode of Some Good Library News. I'm not reporting from the studio or my office today, but instead at Curbside, where we've been assisting you for a few weeks now with faxes, scans, prints, and checkout. Our first library story is a major scoop on developments happening with the rephased opening of the Burlington Public Library. Stephanie?
Guess what, library patrons? The library is ready for in-person browsing.
When you come inside, visit our concierge station. They will give you information and what to do next. We've been taking steps to make sure we keep each other safe. Tape and signs have been placed around the building to help direct you. Please make sure to keep a 6-foot distance from others. We have also placed masks and hand sanitizer stations around the library. Meeting rooms and study rooms will still be closed at this time, but watch for an announcement for when they become available to the public again. Computers will still be accessible in Meeting Room A. Walk-ins are accepted, but appointments are encouraged to guarantee your spot.
We plan to see you July 1st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that's some good library news. Back to you, Sam.
Wow, thank you, Stephanie, for some great library news. We've all been working hard here at the library to rephase and get us back into the building as safely and as soon as possible, and it's finally here, July 1st, between 10 and 4 p.m. We'll see you soon.
My meal is before me, here for the taking. See these big chompers, why aren't you shaking? Wait, said the middle goat, I'm not sabroso. Try my big brother, he's delicioso. The troll rubbed her chin. Who is this?
That's Minna.
Minna! You really want that, don't you?
All done when you're eating. And you want to take your hands and they're going to start facing up and then we're going to flick them down and that is all done. I've seen it done many ways. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's a flick of the wrist, but yeah, if you just, the idea is start up top and flick down and that's all done. And the other word I would give you today would be food. You take your hand and put to your lips. So food and all done.
Together, they sound wonderful together in the light of the moon. Now, Melissa will do our craft for the story.
Hi, I have brought in some friends from my backyard, and these are some little baby froggies, tadpoles. And we have lots of them, so it won't be long, and they're going to be hopping out of the pond, and they're going to be going off into the yard and on their way.
We now go back to Stephanie for our next feature about our amazing interlibrary loan librarian, Tiara. Ladies?
Today's staff member is responsible for a service you might not be familiar with. Let's welcome Tiara. Thank you for being with us today, Tiara.
Thank you.
So let's jump right in. What is your position at the library?
I am the ILL and reference assistant here at the Burlington Public Library.
And how long have you worked at the library?
Wow. It's going to give away my age, but I have been here since August 23rd, 2010. I started out as a shelver and I've slowly progressed my way through the ranks.
So the big question today, what is interlibrary loan?
Interlibrary loan is an integrated vital system to many libraries. It is the sharing of materials from one facility to another.
What has changed for interlibrary loan during COVID-19?
A lot has changed, actually. Beginning March 18th, everything completely stopped, which is very, very unusual and very unlikely for interlibrary loan. There's always some process, a book or an item is somewhere always in a process, and to have that just shut down completely. It was different, very different.
Your desk was very bare during that time since we had to stop. So have any patrons given you comments or expressions of just appreciation for your service?
As usual, yes. People expect, I like the idea that a lot of people aren't aware of interlibrary loan. So it's kind of an element of surprise when you receive something from somewhere and they go, oh, you didn't have that, or you didn't purchase that. And it's like, yeah, we borrowed that item from another institution. They sent it to us and now we're lending it to you.
It's always fun to see where they came from, how far away, which cities send us the most. So what is your favorite aspect of interlibrary loan?
I would definitely have to say the bonding. You meet people from all over dealing with interlibrary loans. So you may meet someone in Florida or just right here in your own home state, and or somewhere in Alaska or anywhere, and the connection and rapport that you develop over an item that you have or that you would like is very memorable.
Do you have an example of interlibrary loan?
Yes. As you can see behind me, we have materials that have been borrowed from other institutions. We also have things that have come in as well that need to be prepared for our patrons. And a sample of that would look like this here. So as you can see, this nice green band, we have the author, the title, we'll also have the due date, and then also just another bit of information is also letting people know where this item came from, you know. And then we also have the handy, very handy bookmark in which staff members will understand why this is vital.
Another part of the sticker is they don't want to take it off because some libraries do not put their identification in the book. And without that sticker, we don't know where to send it back to.
Correct. It is very, very important that this sticker remains on the book. Sometimes we might assume that it's a donation if the sticker doesn't remain on the item. So yeah, it's important.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Tiara. I know I've learned a lot.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you. There are multiple ways to request materials. You can visit the Burlington Public Library's webpage and request materials from there, or you can stop in and fill out a material suggestion form. Here we'll ask for pertinent information such as the title, any additional information, the author, director, what type of format. Are you looking for a DVD? Are you looking for an audio book, large print? And then we also ask that it's very, very important that you input your card number. If we cannot make out any additional information, we can always typically make out numbers. So us being able to fill up your account and making sure your account is in good standing will help further the process and move things along much swiftly. And then on the back of this form is the section for book discussions. So if you are a member of a book group that you would like to obtain multiple copies of the book, you can always input that information here, and then your group's information, and then once those items are available, we'll be able to give you a call. We also have another common thing with interlibrary loan is follow requests. So you can typically look for journals and articles, or whether it's a copy of a newspaper clipping or something that's located on microfiche, you can always submit a photo request copy. Those are the most common ways to request materials. And if you have any questions, always feel free to give us a call here at the library.
Thank you again, Tiara, for giving us a little bit more information about a very important library service. I am off to put a request in for an item, and that's some good library news. Back to you, Sam.
Thank you so much, Tiara and Stephanie, for unpacking the amazing work that happens throughout not only our state, but the entire globe, where we borrow materials, we lend materials, and one library helps hundreds of other libraries and library patrons succeed. This is tremendous effort, and we really appreciate all that you do. Thank you again for joining us for this latest episode of Some Good Library News. I'm Sam Helmick, your Public Services Librarian and Some Good Library News anchor. And remember, we love you, we miss you, and we look forward to seeing you July 1st. Come see us. Bye.